testimony time about a word of knowledge and speaking in tongues and how they work together in this scenario. So I remember I was praying in other tongues with the Lord, and I began praying in other tongues by faith, but my mind was unfruitful. So these thoughts would come like, oh, you're speaking gibberish, oh, you're making no sense, blah, blah, blah. I didn't understand how the carnal mind worked. So I stopped. Then this evangelist came in town, and somebody that was there basically encouraged me. They saw me speak in tongues by faith, and they encouraged me like, that's it, keep it going. So I was encouraged, and I began one day praying in other tongues. And I remember the mind was unfruitful. Now, as I was praying in other tongues, all of a sudden, out of the blue, a thought popped in my head to pray for so-and-so, this person that I knew that I haven't heard from in a long time. I'm like, pray for so-and-so. So anyhow, I prayed for him, and I end up checking like Facebook for this person to see, like what's going on. And immediately they were fired and they needed some like help. And I'm like, oh my goodness. In other words, that was a word of knowledge that God revealed, and speaking in tongues and the word of knowledge worked together in this situation. So I'm here to encourage you. If you've been seeking the Lord about speaking in other tongues and you haven't, then speak in other tongues by faith. And if you have spoken other tongues by faith, and these thoughts come that war against it, and it feels weird and awkward, like, oh, that's just gibberish, oh, this is nonsense, ignore that. That's just the carnal mind. It'll never understand. Just ignore it. But when you pray in other tongues, be aware of certain thoughts that come. And if a certain thought comes that lines up with the word, such as pray for so-and-so, or so-and-so is sick, something like that, then pray for them in Jesus' name for them to be healed, or whatever lines up with the word. Use the word to discern the thoughts when they come. But I wanted to encourage you. I hope this helps, and be blessed in Jesus' name.